Hello and welcome to the long view with me, Jon Jordan. Today I am playing Spellsouls, which is actually a game I have actually played before. It's been in soft launch for a long time now, well over a year, and I did like a first play and another video getting on for a year ago. In fact, game's still in soft launch from Nordeus, but I'm taking another look at it. It's had quite a few changes to it. Still a card-based kind of a lane MOBA, I guess, inspired by the kind of Clash Royales of this world, but more fantasy, and obviously it has its own kind of dynamic. So this is the kind of hub area. So it's very clean actually, which is good. You can see what's going on here. So I've got some, I've won some battles. I've got various crates that are unlocking. There's this one here at the top there in the right. 49 minutes before it opens, or I can obviously open it using the hard currency. These kind of purple gems. I got 200 when I started playing the game, so I've not spent any money in this. Next to that, we can see there's a kind of a coin, like a soft currency. Obviously, with all these things, you can buy the soft currency with the hard currency, and with the hard currency, you buy it with real money. I got this game off the Swedish App Store. It's currently in soft launch testing in lots of countries now, actually. Australia, New Zealand, Canada. I guess are the main ones. The Nordics as well, Norway, Sweden, a few other places, Taiwan. So anyway, that's why it's all in Swedish, or the currency's in Swedish. So decks. So here we are. This is my deck at the moment. So we can see my card collection at the bottom. I've unlocked 14 of the 43 cards available. Excuse me. So we can see here it's kind of a. I mean, nothing the game's done at the moment has, as I say, been particularly innovative. But the kind of setup here that it has got is you can have multiple cards in your deck. Obviously, your deck is cards are drawn randomly from your deck when you start playing. So the more cards you have of a particular form, you're going to get double the opportunities. I've got two of these guys. They're fairly standard shield bearers. I'm going to get twice the chance of them turning up. You can see above every card there's a number in the left hand corner. That's the mana cost. Typically in these games we have a mana system that builds up over time, then goes into overdrive to make sure the games are quick. As usually happens in these games, we have character cards. So here's another one, fairly standard swordsman. But also we have these kind of I guess support cards, we could say. This fortifies a kind of lane. The other one I've got here is this lava rift. So basically a kind of specific damage card. There are other ones that I'm not having to be using if you want to level up. So we can see there's a leveling system. Probably go into this a little bit later, but see here there's a class for each type for each card. This one's Arcania, and it's going to level up. It's going to require some of my soft currency, and also require some. No, in this case it doesn't, because it's just leveling up from the start. It's level 1, but I also have these runes at the bottom. You can see here I'm collecting runes, small, medium, and large, and they are consumed as well. Those are things I don't think. Let's just check. I don't think you can buy them. I think runes are basically something that you either get for playing, or you can actually get them in chests, of course, can't you? But you can't kind of buy them directly. So let's open some of these chests just to show you kind of what happens. So I'm going to spend 5 to open that simple chest. So nothing's going to be very great here. I'm going to get some runes and another card. Undead Warrior, I'm not using that one, so I get 2 kind of cards. Obviously there's a shard system or card-based system where I need to collect cards in order to level it up. So I'm not using that one, so it doesn't really matter. So I've got a large Void rune, so that's for the Void class. Arcania rune, medium one, that's what we saw before, and then small ones again for the Void. So different classes. So this guy, we can go into the edit deck and see. I'm not using him. If I want to power him up, he's Void class, kind of like the Undead class. You can see here I need one small rune to level him up. And I've got need 5 cards in order to do so. I've actually got 9 cards, but I'm not using him, so I'll leave that one alone. So let's do some more. Let's unlock this one, Arena 2. So I'm not very far into the game. I'm only level 2 in the game. The game's actually quite slow in terms of the cadence of leveling up. But I'm on Arena 2 now, so I guess the rewards, obviously it gets harder, obviously, and the rewards get slightly better. So let's spend some currency opening that one. What do we get this time? Again, Scorching Rain, a 1 card. I'm not using that one, so it's not a lot of use. Go through, we get the runes again. So you can see here my rune total for those at the bottom. Should we do another one just to show willing? Okay, let's not spend all our money, but let's do one more. So Swordsman's, that's useful. And some more runes. So we can see the basic kind of flow of the system. The arena one, I'm not going to spend that. You can see that said had 1 rare in it, and I can't actually spend. I don't have enough hard currency to open that one straight away, so I have to wait the 8 hours, or at least wait until it's timed out a bit. So this guy, I'm using him a lot. The Brute. So this one I need 6 small and 1 medium, and use 49 soft currency. So there he is. He's leveled up. Can't do any more leveling up for the ones I've got. So let's have a quick go through the characters I've got so you can see when I start using the game. So there's basically some basic ones, Shield Bearer and Swordsman, and they're kind of low level mana, so 2 and 3 to use. Then you start getting more complex characters, but better characters, obviously more expensive. There's this guy here, Siege Goblin, so he fires a big bow and arrow. Quite useful kind of area weapon, ranged weapon, sorry. Another Goblin here, another ranged weapon, although he moves forward. You'll see that in a minute. Brute, he's useful, does what he does, tank character. We've got this one here, Fire Witch, so she pretty powerful attack damage. And then this guy here, not really, only just unlocked him, so he's got pretty powerful attack damage. And he instills fear in the enemy. The weakest enemy unit in a Hellfire's lane is instantly destroyed, so that's kind of quite a... Well, we'll see how useful it is. The weakest enemy is not necessarily very useful, is it? So... you can see here again what else is going on very quickly. Victory chest here. I need to win 2 more battles to get another kind of additional kind of reward. And then this next one is just kind of your your daily. It's every 40 minutes. So, but these are kind of quite low level. That one's a low level reward. What else we got? So guilds. Not got into that yet. There's my ranking. So pretty lowly ranking compared to everyone else. Connect to Facebook, yeah, okay. And then support, so updates. And there's not really, I don't think there are events yet. So let's go and do a battle and see. So it's all pretty straightforward. A 3-lane kind of MOBA. You draw cards, drop them on the lane to have the characters. You have to attack the other person's base. There's been a few games like this before. You can see here. So the maximum I can have is 2. So I'm going to have. It's not going to be much use because I haven't got any 2 characters. And now I have to wait for 3. So let's try this. Let's drop him in. They're going to attack those bowmen. Those are obviously quite lowly powered characters. What else have I got? Still not very useful. Let's drop him in there. And I'm really waiting for the big characters here, so yeah, that's good. So my character at the top of the screen is going to start attacking his base. He's a character attacking my base, so you can see now we're getting more mana. Then we're dropping in these bigger characters. So let's have a look and see. Not quite sure what to do here. Let's try that one. Yeah, he's done exactly the same there. So I need to. You can see how this stuff plays off. I can probably try and take that out like that with a flame. So I didn't quite take him out. So let's take him out there. We can kind of see how the situation develops. Double cards now, so we're really going to start leveling up and throwing a lot of troops on. We have this attrition going on now. We're kind of pretty even at the moment. And let's see if I can take out that kind of golem guy. See, my guy here down the bottom is doing okay, but there's a bit of a problem. And now he's probably winning. So let's try dropping him on. There's a golem coming. So there's a lot of action happening in the bottom screen there. Probably going to lose that one now. My Fire Witch at the top is doing okay, and try and drop that one on there, see what that one does. Yeah, so it's still pretty even. I probably should drop the Grunt on that because there's a lot of action now happening. So now we see the trajectory is now going to happen all about on this bottom level here. He's got a lot of heavy duty stuff going on there, and I'm probably not going to be able to take it. Although I'm actually winning now, so you can see, even though we've got this attritional battle going on here, I'm still winning because I'm attacking his base all the time with quite high power characters, and he's probably not going to have time to finish that off in time. So we can see here how I use the support card kind of is helpful, and we're going to win. Yeah, I'm going to be fine now, even though he's got a lot of firepower on me. So we can see, I guess, briefly there how victory happens. It's not always. It's about, I think, in this game, from what I've learned from it so far, at least, is always making sure you'll have even weak characters attacking his base. It always ends up with there's some lane where you're either trying to overpower and build up, you know, a balance, you know, so not balance. You're trying to kind of overpower one lane, and so quickly you end up in this attritional thing where everyone's spending all the currency to either attack or defend that lane. That's fine, but if all you're doing is defending your base, you're going to lose, because you need to be attacking their base as well. So we can see here that in this case, the opponent, whether it's an AI or not, I don't know. I assume it's a proper person, Vaki T. They were too slow in dealing with my light attacks early on in the game, and then when they had. By the end, you can see actually I did run out of cards, so there was this interesting situation where you have to wait for cards to be your deck to be kind of reshuffled, and once you've gone through it once, so you do need to make every card count. I'm definitely not brilliant at mixing the cards up. Should we try one more? So I don't think my deck is particularly great. I need to probably think a bit more about mixing it up. So. I've got a lot of two mana cards, which are not particularly useful. I probably have too many of the 4 ones. I don't know. I mean, I could try the skeletons. Just don't particularly interest me very much. Very low level health. They are fast, but anything else? So there's not really anything at the moment that I think is much use. Let's try one more and see. So again, very fast matchmaking, which is good. I mean, obviously people expect that now with from Supercell's games. So do the same thing. I always play, if I can get him, this card first, because that's what everyone plays first. Now, every card I play, I want to make sure it works. So I'm going to drop, concentrated firepower to make sure one of those gets through. Now he's kind of that way there, but that's fine. This guy's not going to do much damage on his own. So I can see now I've got 2. I've overpowered that middle lane. Now, what I'm going to have to do here, let's do this, and you can see he's attacking my base, so he's kind of doing well, but I've got, so you can see, so I can just take him out with these lava things are useful for weak level characters. You can see I'm overpowering already though, so now you can see I'm starting to overpower on the top lane. Now I've got 2 lanes going. He's got less, my base has got less health than his, but I think I'm in the driving seat on this one. He's going to probably attack down the bottom lane, but obviously there's the speed of these guys as well. So he probably now, unless he's going to... You have to keep putting your cards out, that's what I have to say. So I'm going quite quickly now on him, so let's keep going. And you can just see there's too much going on. Even when he does that big lava flow, it takes out some cards. Oh, I dropped that one on the wrong one there. That's annoying. And I can just drop a defensive brute down there now, so it's pretty straightforward, and there we go, I win again. So definitely not a genius at this game, but I think these kind of games, when you're starting out, I'm still fairly early in it, you want to give people a good experience. So I've got this reward chest here. I don't have to wait for this one, because this is something I earned by winning 8 battles. Goblin Marksman, that could be useful. 45, and I'm starting to use that, so that's going to be useful. Lava Rift, I'm using that one, so that's useful. And the typical runes. Okay. Let's go in and see what I can edit now. It's quite a lot. So a lot of things I can level up. So obviously some of these I might not be able to level up all of them, because they'll be using the same rune. So let's use this guy, because I think he's quite useful. So we go with him. And I can do it again. Okay, he's a realm class. I don't really know what the classes mean, to be totally honest. I can do it again, can I? Yeah. Okay. So what else can I do? You can see now a lot of things I could level up before I can't now. I like this one, although I know I won't be using it, I don't think, later on in the game. So that leveled up, they did a proper level up there, so it's now a level 3 card. So I guess there's leveling up and ranking up. Didn't make that very clear. What else can I do? The Goblin, not terribly sure about Mr. Goblin, but he's useful to throw him in. I probably, yeah. And the final one, okay, that's fine. So he's done the level up as well. He's now level 2. There we go, because I had the cards. So there we go. Brief overview of what's going on with Spellsouls. I think it's interesting. game in terms of game being soft launched for a long time. Obviously, Nautilus have a lot of faith in it. They've gone through a few iterations. The basic idea is still the same. Graphically, they've changed it a lot. I think it was a bit confusing before what was going on. And actually, if you look at the first videos, you controlled support cards really, so the characters were spawned automatically, as far as I can remember, and you kind of buff them and debuff the opponent's cards in it. So almost like an indirect battle, which I think was clever. They're trying to do something different with that, but obviously sometimes you can be too clever for audience demands, and I think audience demands want to be in control of setting up a deck of direct characters, and that's something that's quite personal to us as players. So anyway, interesting experience. I think at the moment I would be need to play a lot more and see how whether it's something that will get me coming back kind of every day for a long period of time. Obviously, this kind of game doesn't have any autoplay, which personally I find quite important for games, keeping me retained in games. Although, like Clash Royale and some of these other games, this is, you can see, it's quite quick to just go in and play a game. So autoplay, the lack of autoplay, maybe not as big a deal as it potentially might have been in other genres. Obviously, the other thing missing is there's no events at the moment. Haven't really got into alliances either. So two other big things that will that will improve retention. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. So this is the long view where we play free-to-play mobile games and do videos about the development, things we like, things we think could be improved, that sort of thing. So if you're into free-to-play mobile games, please don't forget to subscribe. But thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you again soon.